scene. A spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see one of the top teams in this conference taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. Looking for blockers. Slips through the line. Got a little room. One little mistake in your kick coverage unit against this dude, and you are in a world of trouble, and they were barely able to keep him from scoring. So Georgia Tech's offense will go on the attack first. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like... guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Pollack.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To the air, it's King. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
So the Clemson Tigers offense will go to work for the first time today. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover him, take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone. Mix it up, give different looks, because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference.
Fires one high and deep. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Clemson will send the punt team out. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Back to throw, it's King. Catch in the middle, it's Rutherford. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Oh, they're after him. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down marker. And the Yellow Jackets have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Throws to the wideout. And a big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down.
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing you right now. He is dialed in, locked in. Really nice job on that coverage.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Sets up the screen. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. I don't think when the quarterback called out the Mike backer that he knew that the Mike backer was going to come calling on him quite so quickly.
No, it was good timing, right? Like, you don't want to show it too soon to the offensive lineman, call it out and pick you up. You can tell, did a good job buying a little bit of time, and then on the snap, boom, shot out of a cannon, right to the quarterback, gets the sack.
To the air, it's Klubnik. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And it's knocked away, incomplete on 3rd down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll get this drive going from the 17. From the shotgun, the inside give. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the 1st quarter. That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. So 1st down here as they go back to work. To the air on 1st down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. High the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Complete in the middle. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a 1st down. The Yellow Jackets are flying down the field. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. And the Yellow Jackets really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Makes the catch. It's Patterson. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Here comes the option. Now the toss. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Safe completion on the screen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Clemson. Makes the grab. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. And that's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
This time he's got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. Think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab on the big throw. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Bringing it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's loose. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's King. He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it inside the 30. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Illinois is running away with this one behind an offense that's striking on the ground and through the air with military-like precision. They're up by 21 over Western Michigan. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll try to get it through the air. Going for the big play. Makes a grab on the shot. Running free. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Back to pass, it's King. They'll run the screen. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Snagged in the middle, it's Patterson. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Secures it at the 30. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To throw, it's Klubnik. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. Turning it on. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers. And they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll run play action. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Yellow Jackets will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Caught behind the line. It's Moore. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30. It's third and short. Looking to throw. It's Klubnik. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. They'll go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
He breaks a tackle. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down. The Tigers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to power their way ahead. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. Clemson will send the punt team out. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. They'll start this drive going to the air.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. And it's funny, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance, especially on the D-line. That may have been the best D-line we've ever seen in college football. And I tell you, sometimes this dude looks like he could start on that D-line. He's that talented.
Quarterback may change this route. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Out of bounds, stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, and now they feel like they have room to operate. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Back to throw. It's Kane. Right down the middle. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Working the middle. It's complete. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a third down and 3.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down. The Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Takes the handoff. It's Haynes. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. It's King. Throws to the tight end. Fires it incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Pulls it in. It's Rutherford. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
Number 47 on to kick it away.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So 1st down will open up the final period. From the gun, the running back has it. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Finds his big tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. With the catch, it's Moore. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. To the air, it's Klubnik. Looking to the big tight end. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Grab near the marker. It's Smith. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. Out of the gun to give to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wide receiver going in motion. The give as they work on that clock. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the runs.
Throws toward the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drop. He wants to take the top off. He's got it on the right. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. And the Yellow Jackets are in the hurry-up. Now on the option. He'll toss it. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. After getting knocked in reverse, it's 2nd and goal from the 15. Trying play action. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Fires into the end zone. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The official says no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking downfield, it's King. The short hands, it's Rutherford. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They're going back to the ground.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. He takes a knee, and it took longer than they had hoped, but they finally get their first victory of the season. They say every game counts the same in the standings, and that is true, but there are some games that no matter what the coaches say, they just